Well, I'm going to show you now a few of my pictures that I made of vitamin C under polarized light with the microscope, and then I'm going to show you later how to actually make pictures like these. The spider, because over here it looks a little bit like a spider sitting here in the middle, and then the black lines are radiating out. Well, these are the spider's legs. Sun and Earth, it's an astronomy theme. This is supposed to be sun over here. Over here I have planet Earth. It's also vitamin C, okay? So it's remarkable how many different patterns you can get. The peacock is the next one. It reminds me a little bit of the feather of a peacock. The tiger's eye, this is the eye of the tiger's eye. Looks a little bit, also the colors look a little bit like those of a tiger. And the last one is maybe my favorite one. I call this the comet. And what you have over here is you have a comet over here, and over here you have the sun. All of these patterns appear by pure chance, and the only thing that I did is I under the microscope then chose the parts that I would wanted to take a picture of. Okay, and I'm now going to show you how to actually make something like this. So what do you now need to make these nice crystals? Of course, you need a glass slide. We'll be growing the crystals right on the glass slide. But before we can do that, we have to dissolve the vitamin C in some tap water over here. And now this is pure crystalline vitamin C. It's pure ascorbic acid in powder form. If you open it, you can see it looks actually a little bit like sugar or salt. So these are not vitamin tablets. They're not going to work because vitamin tablets contain a lot of other things as well, which are not needed and which actually simply disturb the crystallization process. Now, for mixing the water with the vitamin C, for dissolving the vitamin C, I like to use these glass dishes over here. Now, if you don't have these, then you can also, of course, use another container, or for example, in this case, the lid of one of these plastic containers. They also work quite well. Over here, of course, a pipette, very practical. And over here, the stereoscopic glasses with polarizing filters, polarization filters. We can also use some alcohol to dissolve the vitamin C. And now, the alcohol does not dissolve the vitamin C very well. So that's a disadvantage, but the advantage is that the alcohol evaporates much faster, and therefore you have much quicker results, and especially if you are living in an area where there is a lot of humidity in the air and where the air moisture is high, the alcohol might actually be a better way to go. Okay, so yeah, let's now get started. The first thing that we have to do is we have to cut the glasses apart. I'm just using my dissection scissors here. And I'm going to put it like this, and also over here. I'm going to cut it across straight over here as well. And I'm going to make it look nice as well. Okay, and now it's time to find the correct orientation of the filters. You can see that I turned one of my desk lamps around, and when you place one of these filters over the lamp, you're not going to see much of a difference in brightness. But when you place the other one across it, yeah, sometimes you do not see much of a difference. And in this case, surprise, surprise, this might surprise you a little bit if you already know polarization filters. There's no difference here either. But if you flip it around and if you turn it, then yeah, you can see that there is a change in brightness. I think that these are not regular linear polarizing filters, but that these are circular polarizing filters. And this is, I think, one of the reasons, or maybe this is the reason why the orientation is also important here. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get it nice and dark when you cross them, then you'll be fine. Yeah, and if you flip around the other one here, then you can see that the color does change maybe a little bit. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I can see the color changing a little bit, but not very much. But you have to find the orientation which makes it really dark. So even this one over here is not completely dark. Okay, see that? It's bluish purple, but that's not what I want. I have to turn it, if I have to find the orientation that it is really completely black. That's good, okay? I just want to show you something else as well. I've got some plastic foil over here. The foil that was that packaged the glasses. And look what happens if I put the foil in between here. Yeah, you can actually see that the foil itself also depolarizes the light. And yeah, it looks nice and colorful. And we're going to be doing the same thing with the vitamin C crystals. Or I'm going to use now this one over here. This is the plastic from my cover glass container. See what happens if I put it in here. Yeah, look at all these nice colors. Okay, first of all, a little bit of vitamin C is put into the small dish. Yeah, it's a small spoonful is already a little bit too much, I would say. And then tap water. This is regular tap water. After you stir it, the vitamin C dissolves very well. And you can see my reflection in the slide. I'm waving hello here. Now I'm applying the vitamin C and water mixture on a slide. And because of the surface tension of the water, of the solution I should rather say, it forms something like of a drop on the slide. Even if the drop is very large, the water does not spread very well. And here I added now a little bit of alcohol to the water. And some alcohol, a few drops of alcohol were added, and this breaks the surface tension of the water, and you can see that the solution can be distributed much more easily. I'm placing now both slides together, and the top is the one with pure water. But in both cases the drying time is way too slow and there are no crystals. This is not good enough, okay? So for this reason I now just tried to dissolve the vitamin C in alcohol. This does not work very well. Alcohol does not dissolve the vitamin C very well. So I added a few drops of water therefore this helped a little bit. I'm still mixing the alcohol with the vitamin C I'm now adding a few drops of water. So it is still mostly alcohol, but the water is important because it helps the vitamin C to dissolve a little bit. Of course again some stirring, then I applied it on the slide, and here it's easily seen that the alcohol really spreads across the slide very well, making a thin layer, and this is actually what we want. Okay, this is much better. The crystals are going to be much thinner. And here I am drying it, and it's time-lapse again. With some tweezers I'm now applying a little bit of the crystalline vitamin C. Now this is our crystallization seed. So I'm speeding up the crystallization process, and you can see the early white crystals growing here. And then also if you touch the sticky surface, then you can also see that it quickly starts to crystallize out, and also this acts as a crystallization seed, and also a fingerprint over here, then also crystals start to form from the fingerprint. So yeah, there are plenty of ways to play around, and here I am crystallizing out both slides. Now when I place them between the polarizing filters, we can already see colors here, okay, and so it looks already quite nice. But of course you want to observe everything under the microscope. So place the filter on the bottom, then the slide, then the filter across, and then you can also use a cheap microscope. You don't always have to use an expensive one like I have, or even a stereo microscope. Even that works very well. And here is a time lapse. This is what I saw. This is a time lapse of crystallizing vitamin C. Here is another one. Okay. Over here I'm simply scanning the slide a little bit and looking at all the patterns that you can see. They're very colorful. I really love this. I think it's already worth picking up microscopy just for doing vitamin C crystals. It's really artistic, I think, and there's so many possibilities. All of those nice circles, they basically these are the places where the crystallization starts, and those lines, this is where different crystals meet. Some impurities, some non-dissolved crystals start as crystallization seeds, and there are plenty of possibilities here. Again, another crystal, And over here you see one in the middle, which acted as a crystallization seed. Almost a little bit like modern art, I would say. And the thickness of the crystal also determines its color a little bit. Of course, focusing is quite easy here because the crystals are very thin, and I'm using the 4x objective, so I'm using the lowest magnification here. Now a few final remarks concerning the making of vitamin C crystals. As we've seen, you have to use quite a bit of alcohol to dissolve the crystals, the vitamin C of course. And a little bit of water is, however, necessary. But what is really important is that the liquid, the solution, the vitamin C solution, is really spread evenly across the slide. And if you only use pure water, then there is the danger that as the water evaporates, the drop becomes smaller and smaller and thicker, and the solution becomes more and more concentrated. And then you only have crystals forming on a very small area of the slide. And then these crystals are not going to look very nice because they're going to end up growing up into the air, but they should be very flat. And I think by using a lot of alcohol, which has a low surface tension, you make sure that the crystals are spread flat and even. Of course, there are also other substances that one could try to crystallize, but I think vitamin C is one of the nicest substances to try, and the pictures or the images that you get are really nice. In my view, simply doing polarized light of vitamin C crystals is probably already worth picking up microscopy as a hobby. It is one of those activities where you can also have a connection to art a little bit. And me being so much into photography as well, have found with the microscope a new way of creating pictures. Okay, so this was essentially it. I hope that you enjoyed it, but before I say goodbye, well, I'm going to say goodbye now, but afterwards I'm still going to give you a little slideshow of some of the pictures that I've taken. I wish you all the best. Please subscribe to the channel, and bye-bye, and as always, happy microscopy.